friends, welcome back to Watch It Again Wednesday here on Creators Call Shop. Today I'm featuring another video in the series that I am uploading to YouTube. These were a group of videos that I had originally published to Facebook, and I'm wanting to have them all right here in one single spot where I can refer back to them again. I'm hoping to be able to provide consistent content for you and hopefully enjoyable content for you while I'm waiting for my eyes to heal up. All of these that I'm reposting are flip-throughs of various journals that I've made. There's quite a number of techniques and ideas that I incorporated into some of these that I haven't necessarily used since, but I do want to have a memory or keep an idea of those so that I can refer back to them and use them again. A quick reminder that next week is going to be our Q&A session, so I'm hoping that you all get your questions in. If you haven't asked any today, or if you have more to ask, please note it down below in the comment box. I'm looking forward to answering those. Today's video is a journal that I titled Alabaster's Song. It was made from a children's book of the same name that was written by Max Lucado. And in the story, the Christmas angel from off the top of the tree comes down and talks to the little boy and takes him back to the first Christmas. It's just a delightful and charming story, and it has all of the innocence and wonder and excitement that you would expect from a Christmas story. I used denim, and I used quite a lot of plaid, and then a few papers that had a little bit more of a 60s or 70s kind of feel. The little boy in the story is only 6 years old, and he's absolutely adorable. And the angel is roughly the same age in the story. I hope that you enjoy watching this flip through. It's truly been one of my most favorite journals that I've ever made. If I ever find another book with that title, I am going to make another one for sure. Because it's about a little boy, I had quite a lot of fun making this journal so it wasn't quite so girly and quite so froofy. So get yourself comfy, sit back, and enjoy the video. Hi everybody, this is Marcy with Creators Call, and I have another Christmas journal to share with you today. This one has, I believe it was 52 pages. So this is probably one of my most favorite journals so far. And I know it says Behold on the front, but the title of the journal is actually Alabaster's Song. And I built it around the little book by Max Lucado called Alabaster's Song. So we'll start with the cover here. This is a cross-stitched piece that I picked up at a thrift store. It says Behold, and because the theme of the journal is about a little angel, and he comes named Alabaster, and he comes to visit a little boy at Christmas, and I just like the music theme. There's a little bit of gold sparklies and everything, but this journal is more themed around a little boy. So I used denim, I used plaid pieces. I tried not to use a lot of glitter girly stuff, but you will see little sparkles of gold because Alabaster's an angel. So I have the buttons on the front, and I have a little plaid trim here, and then I have some plaid fabric on the spine, and then I sealed that with a button right here, just one single button, and then I have little patchwork pieces on the back of the book. And then I used a thrifted book, took out the pages, and then this is the cover. So really cute. And then I just tied it all up with a piece of that plaid fabric and just made a fabric tie. So not going to find any lace in this one, but I think it just turned out so cute. So on the inside, opening to our front page here, the one thing, this does have a little glitter sparkle here. So this is your title page, and it has the this book belongs to. Here's your journal card, so you can put your name on it and do some writing, and maybe record the year or whatever. This will be great to use as an album, or just for journaling, or you know, even if you want to just practice art or whatever in it. But it has lots of uses, so I'm sure you'll figure out what you want to do with it. So on the pocket here, I just used a piece of that fabric, and then I added this little Merry Christmas tag, and so it does have a little sparkle as well. So here's our title. This is Alabaster's Song. That's the front title page of the book. And I just sewed it onto this cardstock here. So cute. And then on the inside, I use denim. So this is from an old pair of jeans. Not old, because look how nice the denim is. Sewed on some pockets. And then on the inside, I made a little booklet for you. And this is just out of extra pieces of paper and, coffee dyed and graph paper and lined paper, because he's a little boy. He's in school, so he's got his writing paper there. A little piece of the scrapbook paper that I used. Anyway, and then I just added some cutouts from the title page, those little presents, and put it all together there for you. So that's fun. So you can write Christmas lists or little prayers or whatever you want to do there. So he's just hiding in the pocket. Now I have a card here, Christmas card. It says Joy to the World, and I just like the colors. And inside I tried to put lots of angels in here, and I tried to put lots of like little boy and plaid. So, and then that's pretty much what you'll see throughout here. So just a piece of scrapbook paper. There's a pocket. I'm having trouble holding this. There we go. Oops. It's falling off its stand. I stamped lots of Bible verses about the Nativity and about angels in here. In this first pocket, I also had some stickers. I have no idea where I got these from, but they kind of look like stained glass angels, so you'll see those throughout there as well. So in this pocket, I just have a piece of the cardstock. You can use a journaling card, and then I have index cards. This is tea-dyed, and I've gone through and sewed little scraps from the fabric pieces, and you'll see those on the edges of the pages and on some of the journal cards and things as well. But here I just have a page from a vintage children's book. This has just the words, but you can, glue things on here, add pictures, or what have you. Piece of tea-dyed colored paper with some fabric sewn on. And then I just love the little retro feel of these trucks. I don't know why, they just make me giggle. So I love the cars and the trucks with the Christmas tree, so I added those in. On the back side, I made a pocket, and this flips up, so you can write inside there. Then in here, I have a couple journal cards. Again, another tea-dyed blank index card. And then this one, I think I picked up at Target a couple years ago. It's a Christmas tag, so you can, decorate a page or do whatever you want with that. Another, this is from our stash. We just have a bunch of Christmas cards and things from family and this and that. So I'm trying to use up what we have and incorporate them in my journal, so it's been a lot of fun. So this is where the story starts. So this first page is the actual story, and I just sewed it inside the card, made a pocket, and then I just have a little piece of paper in there. More tea-dyed paper. And then this is a little pocket that I made from a children's book about toys. It was one of those little Rand McNally Junior Elf books, and so I liked it because it had a little image of the little boy, and it's about the same age as the little boy in the story, so I thought that was cute. Put a fabric flip on the back and a Bible verse, and here's the next page. This story is interspersed with part of the story, and then it has pictures, so you kind of get a little bit of both all the way through. Cardstock with stamping on the back. Then I got some tea-dyed the handwriting paper that the kids use in school, which I thought was good because he's a little boy. He's about 6. And there he is in bed. Has to go to bed early, and everybody else gets to stay up. On this pocket here, got a journal card. And then I have stole this from my daughter's old notepad that she had. I really like that. It says Christmas begins with Christ. So I thought that fit the theme of this journal. And then I have a little invitation with lots of room to write and lines and the Christmas tree theme, because Alabaster's an angel and he sits on top of the Christmas tree. I'll put those back in later. Here's an angel card, and this is the middle of this signature. This one has 2 signatures. Got some stamping, and then in the center I just tied these into a bow. So if you don't like that, you can just finish the knot and snip off the edges if you don't want that. This is old seal off of some Christmas stationery, probably 80s, 90s, somewhere in there. Then I took there's 2 places I took some hymns that are about angels. This was Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and I backed them on music staff paper, so for notating and writing. So I love this because then there's lots of lines to write, or if you happen to be a musician and you want to compose, you can do that. And then this page is from Luke, and it talks about the Christmas story there. In the story, Alabaster talks about coming to sing to the shepherds and singing about the birth of Christ. So it's really cute. And he has a lisp. So when you read the story, he's got a little lisp. This was a thrifted piece that I picked up, and the other twin to it is in the baby's Christmas journal, but I just made a little flip so you can tuck papers up under there. More of the handwriting paper. And then this is just an envelope that went with that card that you saw at the beginning. And on the back side, I just made a little doodad on my paper clip. Then on the back side, I have a handmade journal card with snowman. And the envelope is empty now, but I was waiting on a couple things to come in the mail that kind of fit the more 60s vibe of this journal. So you'll find a couple extra surprises in here, and there'll be a little bit of extra stuff in the pockets when you get the journal. Here's Alabaster singing away. So cute. Missing his tooth. Here's a piece of extra cardstock or scrapbook paper. Here's another, this one's tea-dyed index card, one of the big size with some fabric sewn on. And then I made a belly band out of denim and added some of the rickrack and a couple little patches there. And then some plaid paper. And I went with the plaid because the little boy's pajamas are plaid. See, any cute? I'm just happy listening to Alabaster sing and talk. And then this is the back side of that Christmas card, and it has a picture of Bethlehem. And then on the back, I added this, this was a Christmas tag kind of thing, so I made a pocket out of it. And then I have a copy of Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee, and it's been reduced down, and it's been turned into a journal card. So you can write on the back of that. There's a side pocket here, and this has these are probably from the 90s, I'm guessing. I found these at a thrift store, and it just has the idea reminder, so you can write your list of maybe what you're getting people or what they gave to you or what you're thankful for this Christmas. And I added a retro casserole, maybe something that the little boy, I don't think he ever says his name in the story, but the little boy, maybe this is what they're eating on Christmas Day. So I added that. This has been coffee dyed. Some things have been coffee dyed, and then later I switched to tea. So there's a few things that are coffee dyed, but most everything is tea dyed because I think it doesn't linger the fragrance quite as much, and I think it just gives a nice color. And also, depending on which tea I had on hand, some of them you have nice Yorkshire tea from England, or you might just have a Winco knockoff Lipton's brand, but it looks really well. So it's one of those stickers. Here's the back side of that children's book page. I liked it because they're talking about a Christmas program, and he's carrying the star, so made me think of the angels. Here's a pocket, and I stamped up here. And then I added this from a Bible dictionary, and I liked it because it talks about the trumpets. This is the shofar, and all throughout Scripture where they talk about the trumpet, that's what they blow, and that's what the angels blow. So when you read about angels in Scripture blowing the trumpet, or when Christ returns, they're going to blow a trumpet, it will be the shofar. And so I thought that was fun to add to this one. And then this little journal card, I just had this in my stash from something else, so I added it. It says Believe. There's a journal spot on the back. Okay, go on in there. And then on this page, the way the book pages were, I kind of had to do some finagling. So I just put this one on as a tip in with some washi tape and put a flip here. But here he is talking to Alabaster. Okay, this is a section of card, and I have these old creative memory stickers that I ordered ages ago. My daughter's 24 now, and so I probably got these when she was around 3, and it's time to use them up, so I thought they made nice borders on some of these pages. Then on the back side of that card, I just made a pocket here, and then with the triangle, it's got the flip here, so you can write inside. And then this was from a Christmas card that was given to us, and I just backed it on index card, recipe card, and I really liked the image of the child angel on the front. It looks kind of old-fashioned. And then I just put some of this red tulle in between. I kind of like how that turned out. I just wanted it to have kind of this, uh-oh, that just came off of there. I'm going to have to re-glue that. Oops. I just like the look that this gave to the card, kind of that fluffy, ethereal, heavenly kind of vibe. This is a fabric pocket, and so I made a big tag go in there. It is stamped on the back. And then that's the end of this first signature, and I have a copy of Angels from the Realms of Glory. When I went to sew it on, unfortunately, I kind of sewed over the title, but I just added that here, so I like that. So this is the second signature, and this is a Hobby Lobby paper, but I liked, again, it has kind of that retro vibe, and the font says a Merry Christmas to you. And then on this side, I made a pocket, and I kind of copied from one that Gail Augustinelli did on her channel a while back, but I really liked it, and so it has a strip, and then it has this pocket back here, and anyway, it turned out real cute. So in the front, I've got one of my handmade tags. Then I have this piece of paper. I like how it has the clouds and the star, and it makes me think of the angels. And then I have a long, skinny journaling tag made from a scrap of the paper. I've got a Bible verse stamped up here. And here's Alabaster demonstrating how they sang. Some more scrapbook paper. I love these little children's images, children's stamps. And then this is a page from Precious Moments book, and this one had a little angel on it. There's his face, and he's blowing the trumpet again. On the back it talks about heaven and home, which I thought was appropriate for this journal. More tea-dyed colored paper to match the colors in the book, and here he is again, little Alabaster praying. It's the next morning, and little boy jumps up. He's ready to go open presents, and he's very excited that it's Christmas, but he falls asleep while Alabaster sings to him. Moving on, I found this stash of cards at a thrift store. I just thought it was so pretty and went so well with the journal. And then this is from a booklet of Christmas, just Christmas devotions and things. It's a compilation of things that Max Lucado and Chuck Swindoll have written. So you'll find, I thought that went along nicely with the journal, and it talks about Christmas. And then this I actually got off of a piece of mail. From a group that we sponsor, but that's kind of their slogan, let every child dream. So I just cut that off the envelope, made a journal card, and I thought that also fit the theme of this journal really well. Because this little cute boy is definitely dreaming. And this was a card that was given to us, so it's part of my Christmas stash. And I like, again, the image of the little boy. It's stamped on the back side. More tea-dyed paper. And then here's another pocket with the journal card from the Rand McNally children's book. And again, it has another picture of a little boy. So I thought that was cute. Got another belly band with denim and a couple of journal cards there. I don't think I have anything fancy on the back, but I like this one with the little boy and his jammies. And more of the storybook page. Scrapbook paper, and I made a little flip on the other side, a pocket, and added these two. And this was from the inside of that angel card that I showed you a little bit ago. And I like the sentiment, so I turned it into a little journal tag for you. Graph paper that I've tea-dyed. I put little splotches, and the graph paper, the dye runs, and it kind of makes an interesting effect. Another one of these flip pocket triangle thingamajiggies. And then here's another vintage recipe for banana chocolate cake, and it's got the coffee dyeing on it. And one of my handmade journal cards with some stamping. And then here he is. He suddenly notices Alabaster is singing again while he's opening his presents on Christmas. And so he's listening to Alabaster sing, but nobody can hear but him. So kind of a fun little story. Bible verse, and there's one of those stained glass stickers. And then this is from old cookbook from the 70s from Current Ink, and the lady that started Current Ink apparently was also quite the cook, and so she compiled this cookbook, and it has all these fun illustrations, and I like that it had the angel. You can color this or however you want to decorate it, and then write on the back to go with your journal. And then this card I really liked because it has a double fold. It's like opening the doors. And I have this is one of those little stained glass stickers that matches. And that's the center of the signature. Another hymn. This one is Angels We Have Heard on High, which is my favorite hymn of all time. Another journaling stick here. And I just folded these to fit into the pocket, so they were kind of tall otherwise. Did some stamping there. more of the story page, graph paper. This one's a flip. And then I added some little music stamping down there to go with the theme of the journal. And I think, I'm not sure if that's not quite the last page, but it's getting there. And then this one, I have an envelope that went with that card you just saw. It has the matching angel, and I just tucked this in here, and it's just a little quote from the hymnal that talks about Christmas and how proper or how fitting it is to celebrate Christmas and to celebrate Christ's death at Christmas and Christ's birth at Easter. So you can read that and reflect. Then I have another handmade journal card here, and I just added some little gold inspired fabric and stuff to that. And then here is my little label that says Handmade in Idaho that I've signed. This is the back page of one of those, of the card that had the little boy. So again, I made a pocket on the front and I put in a couple of handmade journal tags there. This one has a star, which I like because it mimics the book and the paper on it. And then on this side, it was kind of tricky because I had to make another pocket to cover up the back. So it's a long pocket, but I just stuck 2 short tags, and then they have stamping in them. So you can do however you want with that. And then right here, I have one of these, trying to still go with the 60s vibe. I have a rice paper napkin. And this one I Mod Podged on vellum because I wanted it to be kind of see-through. And there's a little glitter because I didn't mean it for it to be glittery, but it was on the Mod Podge brush, so there's just a little bit. Inside there's a flash card, vintagey, retro-y, whatever. And then a handmade journal card from the paper, and then another one that I've stamped on with a Christmas tree. But again, this kind of fits that 60s vibe that I was going for in the journal. And then we're almost at the end here. This is a tea-dyed Rolodex card, and I don't know how old they are, probably from the 90s maybe. So I added a little sticker and the Believe stamp again, a couple of my handmade journal cards with kids praying. And then this was a tag I picked up a few years ago in my Christmas stash, so it says Rejoice, which I thought was fitting for a journal about an angel. More tea-dyed paper, the back side of the Precious Moments book. I've got some scrapbook paper, and then this is the last page of the book. There's a little Alabaster. I like how he's framed out by the heavenly-looking paper. And then another one of these fabric pouches here. So I made it into a pocket on the back. And then inside I added a couple more little pieces. This is just journal page or cardstock paper that I made into a tag. And then this is also an excerpt from one of those Christmas cards. It says, "Wishing you a blessed Christmas." And then has the card on the back, but anyway, I thought that would be cute. You can do whatever you want with that. And that is the end of our journal. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you with the next video. Bye-bye.